My friends, I am so glad you're here today. Life has a way of challenging us, doesn't it? We face obstacles, doubts, and moments where we question our path. But let me remind you of something important. Your words have power. What you speak to yourself every day can shape your thoughts, your actions, and ultimately, your destiny. As Proverbs 18:21 says, the tongue has the power of life and death. So today I want to share with you 9 things you should tell yourself every day, words that will transform your mind, fill you with peace, and help you walk with confidence in the purpose that God has laid out for you. These affirmations are not just about positive thinking. They are about aligning your heart and your spirit with the truth of who you are and the potential you carry. Let's begin this journey together, and may you be encouraged to declare these truths over your life daily. You are worthy. From the moment you were created, you were designed with purpose and value. So often we look at ourselves through the lens of our mistakes, our failures, or the negative things others have said about us. But the truth is, your worth is not defined by your shortcomings or by the opinions of others. It's rooted in something much deeper. The fact that you were intentionally created by a loving God who sees your potential, your beauty, and your unique gift. There may be days when you don't feel good enough, or when the world's pressures make you doubt your place in it. But in those moments, remember that your worth is not dependent on what you do or what you have. It's in who you are. You are a reflection of God's love and craftsmanship. No matter where you are in life or what you've been through, you have value. Your life is significant. Your voice matters. The impact you make, whether large or small, is meaningful. Embracing your worth means accepting that you don't need to prove yourself to anyone. It's easy to fall into the trap of constantly seeking validation from others. But real peace comes when you recognize that you are already enough. This isn't about pride or arrogance. It's about understanding that you don't need to measure up to the expectations placed on you by society or by the unrealistic standards that can often surround us. You are valuable simply because you exist. And that truth doesn't change no matter what challenges you face or what obstacles come your way. When you truly understand your worth, it shifts the way you live. You'll begin to set boundaries that honor who you are. You won't settle for less than what you deserve. You will walk with confidence, knowing that you are worthy of love, respect, and all the good things life has to offer. You'll also extend that same understanding of worth to others, treating them with kindness, empathy, and understanding because you see their value just as you recognize your own. In moments of struggle or when you feel defeated, remind yourself of the truth that your worth is not based on your current circumstances. You are not defined by your setbacks. You are not defined by your job, your relationships, or the approval of others. Your worth is defined by the one who created you, and he calls you good. Your worth is unshakable regardless of the hardships you may face. Take the time each day to remind yourself of this truth. Speak it aloud if necessary, and let it sink deep into your heart. When you see yourself as worthy, you begin to live differently. You stop chasing after things that don't matter, and you start embracing the opportunities that truly align with your calling. You let go of the fear of inadequacy and embrace the freedom that comes from knowing you are enough, just as you are. Trusting in God's plan requires a deep sense of faith and a willingness to surrender control. Life is filled with uncertainty, and at times it can be difficult to see beyond the challenges we face. In these moments, it's easy to feel lost, to question why things aren't going the way we expected, and to become frustrated with the lack of clarity. But the truth is, God's plan for your life is greater than anything you can envision for yourself. His ways are not our ways, and His timing is perfect, even when it doesn't make sense to us. When you trust in God's plan, you are choosing to believe that every circumstance, no matter how difficult, is part of His greater purpose. Even in moments of pain, loss, or disappointment, He is working behind the scenes, shaping you into the person you were meant to be. The trials you face are not a sign that you are forgotten or abandoned. Rather, they are opportunities for growth, refinement, and trust. In Romans 8:28, we are reminded that in all things God works for the good of those who love Him, who have been called according to His purpose. This means that no matter where you are or what you are going through, God is working it out for your good. Trusting God's plan also means accepting that you don't need to have all the answers. So often we try to control the outcome of our lives, planning and striving to make everything fit into our own vision. But true peace comes when we let go of the need to control and allow God to lead the way. Trust is not passive. It is an active choice to rely on His wisdom, knowing that His understanding far surpasses our own. It's recognizing that His plan may look different from what we imagined, but it will always be the best for us in the long run. This kind of trust is not about avoiding the hardships of life, but rather about navigating them with the confidence that God is with you every step of the way. You may not see the full picture, but God does, and He is faithful to guide you even in the darkest moments. When you trust Him, you find peace in knowing that the journey is in His hands. The road may be difficult at times, but with God leading you, you can walk through it with hope, knowing that He is shaping your character and strengthening your faith. In moments of doubt, turn to Scripture for encouragement. Let His promises remind you that He has a purpose for you, that He is with you, and that He will never leave you. Trusting in God's plan is a daily practice of letting go and allowing Him to lead. It's about choosing faith over fear, surrendering your desires, and placing your future in His hands. When you do this, you can rest assured that you're exactly where you need to be and that He will never lead you astray. Believing in your strength means recognizing the power within you to face life's challenges head on, no matter how difficult they may seem. It's easy to feel overwhelmed by the obstacles in front of you, especially when life doesn't go as planned or when circumstances seem too much to bear. But deep within each of us is a resilience that, when tapped into, allows us to rise above difficulties and continue moving forward with courage. Your strength is not just about physical endurance or mental toughness. It's about the inner fortitude to keep going, even when things feel impossible. So often we underestimate the power that lies within us. We focus on our weaknesses, the things we lack, and the times we've failed in the past. But true strength isn't found in perfection. It's found in perseverance. Strength isn't the absence of fear or pain. It's the ability to move forward despite them. Every person has faced trials in life, and each trial presents an opportunity to discover new depths of strength we didn't know we had. Even when it seems like you've reached the limit of what you can bear, there's always a part of you that is capable of pushing through. Believing in your strength means trusting that you have the resilience to handle whatever comes your way. It's about refusing to let setbacks define you or hold you back. Instead of focusing on your limitations, you choose to believe that you are equipped with everything you need to handle the challenges life throws at you. Sometimes that strength comes from within, and other times it is strengthened through the support of others. But regardless of where it comes from, it's important to believe that it's there. No matter how many times you fall, you have the strength to rise again. This belief in your strength isn't about pretending that everything is easy or that you don't have struggles. It's about acknowledging the difficulty and choosing to stand strong in the face of it. When you realize the strength that resides within you, it shifts your perspective on challenges. You begin to see them not as obstacles, but as opportunities to tap into your inner power and grow. You'll find that even the most difficult moments in life can reveal your potential and build the kind of strength that can withstand anything. Moreover, your strength isn't just for your benefit. When you believe in your own strength, you empower others to believe in theirs. Your resilience becomes a beacon of hope for those around you. People are often watching how you respond to adversity, and your ability to endure and rise above challenges can inspire them to do the same. When you stand strong, you show others that it's possible to overcome life's hardest moments. You give them permission to believe in their own strength. As you go through life, remember that strength doesn't mean being invulnerable or perfect. It means having the courage to continue on the journey, even when the path is uncertain. It's about trusting that no matter what comes your way, you have everything inside you to face it. The power to overcome, to persevere, and to grow is already within you. Believing in your strength is the first step toward unlocking that power. Choosing gratitude daily is one of the most powerful decisions you can make to transform your mindset and your life. In a world that often focuses on what's wrong or what's missing, it's easy to get caught up in negativity and forget the countless blessings we have. But the simple act of choosing gratitude every day shifts our focus away from lack and brings us into alignment with abundance. It allows us to appreciate the beauty in our lives, no matter how small or seemingly insignificant, and to see the good that surrounds us, even in the midst of challenges. Gratitude is a choice, not just an emotion. It's not something that happens automatically. It requires intentional effort and a mindset shift. Every day we are faced with countless things to be thankful for. A warm cup of coffee, a smile from a friend, the opportunity to wake up and begin a new day. These may seem like simple things, but when we begin to notice and appreciate them, we start to cultivate a heart of gratitude that changes the way we see everything. Gratitude transforms our perspective, allowing us to see life through a lens of positivity and contentment instead of frustration and longing. Choosing gratitude doesn't mean ignoring difficulties or pretending that everything is perfect. Life is filled with challenges, hardships, and disappointments. But in choosing gratitude, we are reminded that even in our struggles, there are blessings to be found. Gratitude doesn't eliminate our problems, but it helps us to focus on what's good, what's right, and what we have, rather than what we lack. It gives us strength to move forward with hope, knowing that no matter what we face, we can always find something to be thankful for. When we make gratitude a daily habit, it rewires our brains to focus on the positive. Studies show that practicing gratitude can improve our mental health, reduce stress, and increase happiness. It allows us to shift from a scarcity mindset, where we constantly worry about what we don't have, to an abundance mindset, where we focus on the blessings that are already present in our lives. Gratitude opens our hearts and minds to receive more good, because when we acknowledge and appreciate what we have, we create space for even more blessings to flow into our lives. Choosing gratitude also impacts our relationships. When we express gratitude towards others, we strengthen our connections and build a sense of community and love. A simple thank you can go a long way in fostering goodwill and appreciation, not just for the big gestures, but for the small ones too. Gratitude helps us to see the best in others, and when we acknowledge their kindness, we inspire them to continue being generous and loving. It creates an atmosphere of mutual respect and care, where people feel valued and seen. Even on days when it feels like there's not much to be thankful for, practicing gratitude is a powerful tool. Take a moment to reflect on what you do have, even if it's something as simple as a breath or the ability to hear or see. In those quiet moments of reflection, you begin to realize that there is always something worth being grateful for, no matter how challenging life may seem. Gratitude has the power to change your heart, your outlook, and your entire life, as long as you make the choice to practice it every day. Speaking words of life is one of the most powerful tools you have at your disposal. The words you speak shape your reality, influence your mindset, and impact those around you. Every day you have the opportunity to choose your words wisely, to speak words that build up, encourage, and uplift. Our words have the ability to create an atmosphere of hope and positivity, or conversely, to bring negativity and despair. What we say to ourselves and to others matters more than we often realize. In fact, it's often said that the tongue has the power of life and death. And this truth holds great weight in the way we navigate our lives. When we speak words of life, we are actively choosing to declare truth over our situations, our goals, and our relationships. It's easy to get caught up in the difficulties we face, to complain about what's going wrong, or to focus on the things that aren't working in our lives. But speaking life isn't about ignoring the challenges or pretending everything is fine when it's not. It's about choosing to speak words that align with faith, hope, and perseverance. It's about declaring that no matter what happens, you believe in the power of growth, transformation, and overcoming. The words you speak to yourself are especially important. We all have an inner dialogue, that constant stream of thoughts that runs through our minds. What are you telling yourself every day? Are you speaking words of self-doubt, fear, and inadequacy? Or are you reminding yourself of your strength, potential, and worth? When you speak to yourself with kindness, compassion, and encouragement, you create a positive inner environment that fuels your confidence and belief in your ability. The more you speak words of life to yourself, the more you begin to embody them, and your actions reflect the belief you have in your own potential. Speaking words of life also impacts the people around you. Your words have the power to encourage, uplift, and inspire others. In a world where many people struggle with insecurity, anxiety, and fear, the words you speak can be a source of comfort and hope. A kind word, a thoughtful compliment, or a word of encouragement can make all the difference in someone's day, and it can create ripple effects that extend far beyond the moment. When you speak life into others, you not only help them see their own value, but you also strengthen your relationships and foster a culture of support and positivity. It's important to remember that speaking life is not just about what you say, it's also about how you say it. Tone, attitude, and delivery all matter. A word spoken with love and compassion has much more power than a word spoken with frustration or impatience. When you speak with grace, humility, and understanding, your words carry more weight and can have a lasting impact. It's about choosing to be intentional with your words, knowing that what you say has the power to shape not only your own life, but the lives of others as well. Each day you have the opportunity to speak words of life into your circumstances, your relationships, and your own heart. It's a choice you make consciously and consistently. The more you speak words of life, the more you will see the positive changes they bring in your life. You'll find that your mindset shifts, your relationships grow stronger, and your outlook on the future becomes brighter. Your words have power, and when used wisely, they can be the source of strength, hope, and transformation. Staying focused on your purpose is a critical aspect of leading a fulfilled and meaningful life. It's easy to get distracted by the noise of the world, the opinions of others, or the pressures of everyday life. We all have goals, dreams, and a sense of purpose, but sometimes life can pull us in different directions and we can lose sight of what truly matters. When you stay focused on your purpose, you become less susceptible to the distractions that can take you off course. You create clarity in your mind and heart, allowing you to live with intention and direction. Your purpose is the reason you get up every morning. It's what drives you, gives you meaning, and helps you navigate through both the good times and the challenges. But sometimes the hustle and bustle of life can cause you to forget why you started in the first place. External factors, whether it's a busy schedule, unexpected setbacks, or even the opinions and expectations of others, can cloud your vision. That's why it's so important to consistently remind yourself of your purpose and stay grounded in what matters most to you. Staying focused on your purpose doesn't mean that you won't face obstacles. In fact, challenges are often part of the journey. But when you're clear on your purpose, these obstacles don't have the same power over you. They become stepping stones, not roadblocks. When you face difficulties, you can lean on your purpose as a source of motivation and strength to keep moving forward. Your purpose gives you the resilience to push through tough times because you understand that Every challenge is an opportunity for growth and progress toward what you were meant to achieve. It's important to recognize that staying focused on your purpose requires discipline. It means setting clear goals, prioritizing your time, and making choices that align with your values. Sometimes this means saying no to things that aren't in line with your purpose, even if they seem appealing or convenient. You will face moments where you're tempted to pursue distractions or things that seem easier, but keeping your focus on your purpose helps you remain grounded in what truly matters. Discipline is not about rigid rules. It's about aligning your actions with your values and long-term goals. Staying focused on your purpose also means resisting the urge to compare yourself to others. In a world that constantly measures success against societal standards, it can be easy to feel like you're not doing enough or that you're falling behind. But the truth is, your journey is unique and your purpose is yours alone. No one else can walk the path you are meant to walk, and comparing your progress to someone else's only takes you off course. When you are focused on your purpose, you become less concerned with what others are doing and more confident in your own path. Another key element of staying focused on your purpose is staying connected to the deeper reason behind what you do. It's easy to get bogged down in the tasks and details of daily life, but when you lose sight of why you're doing what you're doing, it's easy to lose motivation. Regularly reflect on your purpose, reminding yourself why it matters, and reconnecting to the vision you have for your life. This keeps your heart and mind aligned with your true calling, making it easier to persevere through even the toughest times. When you stay focused on your purpose, you are continually moving toward becoming the person you were created to be. You begin to live a life that reflects your values, your passions, and your dreams. Your purpose becomes the guiding light that directs your actions, decisions, and interactions. Staying focused on your purpose allows you to make intentional choices, build a life of meaning, and find fulfillment in the journey. It gives you clarity in moments of doubt and strength in times of adversity, keeping you on course as you move toward the future you are destined to create. In the end, the journey to living a fulfilled and purposeful life begins with the simple yet powerful choices you make every day. By embracing your worth, trusting in God's plan, believing in your strength, choosing gratitude, speaking words of life, and staying focused on your purpose, you create a foundation for growth, resilience, and peace. These principles aren't just words to be remembered, but truths to be lived out daily. They empower you to face life with courage, to overcome obstacles with faith, and to walk confidently in the direction of your dreams. Each of these decisions helps you align with the life you were meant to live, a life full of meaning, impact, and joy. Stay committed to these truths and remember that you are never alone on this journey. Every step you take is guided by the strength within you and the greater purpose that is unfolding before you.